Hey there, DIYers and preppers. So today we're going to set up some emergency propane fuel for our gas fireplaces. Stay tuned. All right, so the problem I've ran into in the past is for whatever reason, I didn't pay attention to how much gas I have in my tank. So it ran out, and then it got really cold out, and I needed my gas fireplaces to be able to do, provide my backup heat, especially if my electricity goes out. Um, so what I did was I got a, the five gallon little propane tank here, and I want to hook it up in line with my gas propane from the big tank. So what I have here, I'll show you, is so this is my gas line coming in, and of course there's a shutoff valve there. I put in this little T valve or little T split here, so this can go to my propane tank. Um, Problem with that is, well, I got this little adapter there for that to actually connect to it. Problem with that is that, once I've used my tank up, then if this if my regular gas line is on, then there's no way I can disconnect this without, the gas escaping. So basically what I want to do is that, once I want to be able, so that once I have my gas restored and this is on, that I can remove this without the gas escaping. And, I'd have to leave this whole thing and set up with the thing off for it to run. So what it is, I went to the hardware store. I got this extra little valve here that I'm going to put in line here. So it'll give me a shut off. So that way I can disconnect my little 5 gallon tank. And that way it's not sitting here in my driveway. So we're going to go ahead and get this hooked up and then get my propane running. Right now I'm out of gas. So I went ahead and shut the gas off that runs to the tank. And then I'm going to reconnect all of these fittings on here and then hook my 5 gallon back up to it and get my fireplace going again. So let's go ahead and get started. Go ahead and move you over here so you have a little better view. Like so. Maybe is that right? Actually, this gives you a little better sunlight, doesn't it? Let me move this out of the way for now. Get you up here closer. All right. So, first thing we need to do is to get this on here. Got an adapter. Where's my adapter? There we go. This is a little female to female. That way I can put this on this end, put this on here, then put this on here, and then I can attach my propane hose, and I'm good to go. So, got my fuel line tape here. So when you put this tape on, because you're turning, when you're putting this on, you don't want to put this on so that uh, the end of it is going against the grain of the thread. You want it so that it is in line with it, so it's not one to twist this off. So the way you do that is you put this on here like so. And so when I break that off, it's going with the thread, so that when I'm actually threading it on, it is going to be in line with it. So when you put this on, you don't want to just put it on light. You want to pull on it so that it's putting a little bit of tension, so that it's a little taut. So you want to just stretch just slightly. And I generally go around 3 or 4 times, and some people go excessive with it. I don't think that's quite necessary. You just got to get a good seal on your threads. I mean, the actual seal itself is going to be this brass when it meshes into the inside of the fitting. That's where it's actually creating the seal, but the thread is just giving you a little bit more reassurance. So I think I got plenty on that. All right. I'm gonna use my adjustable channel locks here to get it nice and tight, nice and snug. Then once we're all done getting this all hooked up and I turn the gas on, I'm gonna use some soapy water and spray or apply it to all the different fittings to make sure that we have no leaks anywhere. Last thing I want to do is to turn everything on, and then in a few days all my gas runs out. So we're gonna be safe and make sure we got good connections, good solid connections, gas leak free connections. All right, so that part's on. Now we need to do the valve. I want the valve so that it's either facing down or up. I think I want it down like that. So again, go ahead and put the tape on it. So I guess you want to make sure you put the tape on correctly. So because you put your threads on, you put it on there, it's righty tighty, and then lefty loosey. So we're going to do it righty tighty. So when we're putting on, you're going into the thread, you start it so that the tape is actually facing left. So that way, once you put it on and when you take it off, your ending piece will be facing the same direction that you're screwing on. So that's just a quick little reminder as to knowing how you're putting the tape on correctly. So this tape is actually pretty thick compared to regular plumbing PVC tape. So it really doesn't take quite as much as you would use for plumbing. All right, so that one. And I can go ahead and thread this one on. Got that holding onto that. And tighten that down. Okay, so it should be good to go there. Turn that in. It's in line with that. All right, so now we've got coming from the T, got this female to female to be able to connect this male into it. So we got this one connected, this connected. Now we need to connect my little 90-degree elbow from here, get that on there, and then the propane tank hose will connect into that. So the great thing is, so now I can have this shut off. I can disconnect my hose, and then I don't have to worry about gas leaking anywhere. So I just need to get this one sealed up and then get this one sealed up. So again, put the tape on, and because we're going on right tidy this way, now have this facing downwards or against the where you'd be screwing on. Okay, looks good. Screw this on. Like so. Go get my new propane tank. That's like what, maybe 2.5, 3 turns. That is sufficient. That's why it really only takes no more than a couple turns. All right. I don't know if you noticed when I was ever tightening up any of this stuff, I'm holding on to the different parts so that it's not bending. You don't want to bend any of your existing tubing. It's like if I was to bend it here, that would be horrible to have to go in and try to replace that. I'd have to probably end up knocking out some of this to get to it. So you just got to be careful when you're tightening up copper. It will bend on you. It's nice and snug. To make sure it's nice and tight. So anyway, I can pop that off. This hose, I don't think it matters whether the regulator's facing up or not, but I just like to generally to do so. All right, so that's nice and tight. I got that on. So connected here. This valve's off. So what I'm gonna do is this is the valve going into the fireplace. This is the valve that runs to my big tank down there. So I'm gonna leave it off. So we want to turn this on, and then I turn this on. Gas is gonna flow through here, come through here, up into my fireplace. So let me go ahead, turn that on, and then I'll turn this on. And so now we should have good gas going into the fireplace. So next thing we'll do is get some soapy water and we'll test this, make sure we have no leaks anywhere along here. And then I can tell you, look, I already see, you can see the gas leaking from the sun. You see that? That's no good. Looks like it's coming right. One of these two connections. Let me see if I can just tighten that up before we even go get the liquid. Okay, so we got some soapy water. Let's turn this back on again and see where we are leaking. I can see it in the sunlight. Oh, look at that. See that? It's leaking right there. Yep. Don't see any leaks here, or there, or there. Leaking right there. So I need to tighten this one, looks like. That one there. Hold this. I need to tighten this one down. Yep. Let's see what we got now. I think that did it. I'm not seeing the bubbles we were seeing before. So it keeps, if it was leaking, the bubbles would be adding. You'd see more and more bubbles. Does not look like it's leaking now. So I think we did get it. I'll put one more little tug on that just to make sure. I still see fuel, and I think it's coming from this. Look at that, it's growing. See that bubble growing? So it's leaking right there. I can smell it too. Yep. So that's one, two, two, three. Whoop. That's four. All right, five. We got five pole windings on that thread. So hopefully that'll be sufficient. Make sure the inside of this one's all clean, which it is. All right. That is on there tight. All right. Yeah, if this doesn't do it, I'm gonna replace this with a different fitting altogether. Maybe I'll just come up here and not even elbow and just see if I can get one to fit this. Okay, again, I'm gonna leave the valve off. Let's turn this one on. Okay, so I got it on. You know, think we fixed it. You know, I never really knew that before testing these, but it does become very apparent with the sunlight hitting, like, sun's, I don't know, it's up maybe 15 degrees off of the horizon, so it's going to be setting here maybe in a hour or two. But with the sun hitting directly on this, you can see the gas when it's in the sunlight like that. It's kind of like same thing when you're looking at asphalt out in the distance when the sun's hit it. You can just see the radiant heat above it. This is kind of the same concept, I guess, with the gas. You can actually see the gas in the air. You can't see it directly. It has to be reflected off of, you know, like this wall here. So I'm not seeing a leak there now. We put a little bit of suds on there just to verify. And yep, I'm not seeing any bubbles there. So let's go ahead and turn this on. See if we see any gas leaking along in any of these. I don't. I did initially have some up there, so let's put some water, soapy water up on those. Not seeing any bubbles. This looks good. I think we have success. And I could smell it before too. You could smell the gas, but we're not seeing it reflecting off of the wall. So that'd give me a good sign right there because it was pretty prevalent. I mean, it was obvious. You could see the gas. So that looks good. Let's do a sniff test. Yeah. Oh, I smell soapy water. Yeah. We're good to go, dudes. All right. So a little bit of trial and error there, but we got it. So hey, man, you like what I did here? Uh, please leave your comments down below on anything you thought I could have done differently. But if you like this, please like and subscribe down below, and look forward to more videos. Thanks. Stay tuned.